Hello to you all. I hope this message finds you in good health and doing okay. We live in interesting times. We made the decision a few months ago when this entire pandemic started up to focus on our social media aspect of the network. We were doing this because we knew a lot more people were spending time on social media, checking in with family and friends. That particular part of what we're going through has seemingly begun to change as states are beginning to open up and as people are going back to work. With that in mind, we have decided to go back to focusing on our site as well. We've learned a lot from this experience about social media. We are seeing new innovation, even with Facebook now trying to be Zoom as well. We are going to try to do something with that as well. The ultimate goal of comic book advocates has always been to advocate for creators in comic books. And now with our new name, Comic Book Advocates, the emphasis on stories and comics will definitely be the focus of everything we do. We have some amazing new content coming to you from purely just video programming shows. I think you guys are going to really enjoy them. Our staple shows are going to be there, and one is even returning as the Comic-Con Highway, now known as ComCon Highway or ComCon Forecast, is on its way back because we know a few shows are actually tentatively happening as of filming this. This is definitely interesting times. We don't know what the future brings. Now, of course, us laying off of our site for a little bit was always meant to be temporary, and a lot of that time we'd spent redoing the site, hence the name change, new logos, and everything we have done is moved towards giving you guys the best product that we can in advocating. And we're always open to suggestions, and we want to hear from you. Everything that we do, we have done for you guys, and we have done to give you guys the best opportunity to become an advocate for comics. End of day, we hope that you guys are safe. We're trying to entertain you and educate you at the same time. The 50 so panels that we have filmed will now officially make it to this site. We'll possibly even do something special in June as we count down to the restart of Comic Cons, doing a panel a day. And yes, we have enough panels now to accomplish that. As a matter of fact, we might do it all the way until the first show. As far as I know right now, tentatively, the first show is Tampa Bay Comic-Con. However, smaller shows might go ahead and green light when they're starting. But for us as a site, as of recording this, we are going to aim to put panels until Tampa Bay Comic-Con. I'm very excited about the opportunity to see what comes of Comic Book Advocates with our new focus on comic books. And I just want to quickly address that new focus does not mean that we will not be focusing on independent creators as much. We will cover mainstream stories, but we'll be doing so sparingly. We'll be there to support the industry with the news that comes out. We will also try to share that industry news in unique ways, maybe even on a news program once a week. The idea is that we don't want to become another site that just says that we cover independent creators in what we are now calling the indie market. And for those who don't know what indie is, let me just quickly show you as we're talking. We don't want anyone to honestly confuse our intentions. Our intentions have been and always be driven by independent spirit, independent creators. We will have our more extreme comics now go to our sister site, Underground Comics, that's with an X, Advocates. And that is just to keep this site not having any particular problems with having a content that is for all readers, potentially. I mean, there will be the outskirts, but anything that we consider to be extreme, like even Barbara Unleashed, might get mentioned on this site, but more in-depth conversations will now go to that particular site. And we might have a link over so it's easier. Hey, go check out this about Barbara Unleashed on this site. I'm not a huge fan of redirects, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And that's where we're at with that. We're open to suggestions. I'm not going to drone on. I just want you to know that we are restarting our focus back onto our site and integrating everything we have learned on social media to give you all the best advocating network that you can. We've had some amazing people join us in this crusade to advocate for comics, and I'm excited again for what the future holds for advocating. I think we're stepping into a new era of just the entire industry being powered by something different for the first time in a long time. The modern age, I've been told, of comics is now gone. Don't know what this new age will be called. I'd love to hear it called the advocating era, the independent era, something that shows love for comic books. So that's what we have. Thank you for watching this. Please tell us your opinions on how we can make things better. We'll be having tons of new programming for you, and we will be focusing on getting you guys more of a less content on a daily basis, more thorough content on a weekly basis. In other words, we don't just want to throw things at you. We want to cultivate them and give you guys something to enjoy. So when you open an email, you come to our site, there's a bunch of information for you guys to look through and actually read, as opposed to just breaking up things into little teaser trailers. So even if we can get you guys more video content where we have a news program for an hour or two and we talk about all the stuff going on in comics, that's a goal. You'll see that soon on this network and on our site. So welcome to Comic Book Advocates. And this is us going into year 5. So I'm pretty excited, because 5 really says something. So we'll see you on the site and in the network on social media. Thank you for listening, and stay safe, and always advocate for comics.